Oh, how those college days swiftly pass. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and today we're doing a fun video that has been inspired by two different events happening at the moment. The first is, as most of you all probably know, I've talked about previously, I do work in ed administration, ed policy, and advising for K through 12 school district. That's what I do professionally, 9 to 5. We've been in back to school season. So naturally, when we think about back to school, it naturally makes you think about your own back to school reminisce. And then icing on the cake, the other thing that came up, you all, was that I received in the mail from my alma mater, from my college university. I attended Vanderbilt University, and we got a lovely email and mailer, as you can see, talking about when homecoming will be. We call it reunion, and we're going to be celebrating the classes, of course, 2020, 21, 22, but as well as those of us that are 10 years back as well. So let us know when it will be in October, and of course to sign up for the activities. So in thinking of this, as well as seeing all the pictures of the students moving in, I said, you know what, let's do a fragrance video focused on fragrances I wore back in college. This is back to school edition. The good thing is, when doing this list, majority of these are actually still in production today. You can still buy them today at any reputable retailer. Only one of them is discontinued, so this will be a lot of fun just to walk down memory lane. So if you're here for that, let's get into it. Lipstick of the day, everyone. We went with this lipstick. Y'all have seen it time and time again now. This is MAC Come Over, which is a neutral pink nude type of color. Get into it. It'll be in the description box below. Again, this is one of my favorites that I talked about recently. And I put a little bit of MAC Purr lip gloss on top of it, which is a peachy shimmery color. This is an oldie but goodie, so I also linked that in the description box for you. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and I felt a little classy, a little bougie today, and this fragrance totally embodies that. And this is none other than MFK's Maison Francis Kurt Jean's Feminine Plurial. This is amazing. If you like iris, if you like powder, this is the scent for you. Just classic chic. Yes, it's giving what it needs to give, and Feminine Plurial will be linked below in the description box for y'all to check out. So now let's get into these back to school college edition fragrances that I wore back in the day. We're going to start this list off with a certified banger. This is the most repurchased fragrance I have ever done, ever in life. And I'm talking about none other than Bulgari, depending on where you're from, how you pronounce it, but Bulgari's Omnia Crystalline. Let me tell you all, this scent had a hold on my life for a decade. And in fact, I still have a travel size of it to this day, but I will have a picture inserted here of the actual full size bottle because, oh, I used to order that religiously because I couldn't be without it. This is, to me, this is a scent that was ahead of its time. It's woody, clean, and fresh. And even now, in my 30s, I still like this. And I was rocking this scent back when I was 18, 19 years old, strutting around campus. This was my easy throw on and go to class, so I know I would smell just nice. You sit next to your classmates so you wouldn't be offensive. This was just easy going. Oh, I love this scent to this day. Again, that is Bulgari's Omnia Crystalline, which is arguably the all-time GOAT fragrance in my collection. Oh, this next scent, you all, that I used to wear in college. I wore this especially freshman and sophomore year. Ah, this scent here, ooh. Oh, Dior. Yes, it's from the house of Dior. I don't know what y'all were thinking when y'all decided to get rid of this scent, but these newer reformulations or reinventions of it just do not do this line justice. And the fragrance I am talking about is none other than Miss Dior Cherie. See, you all know Miss Dior, this Miss Dior blooming, all that stuff. Miss Dior Cherie reign, it only existed from 2005 to 2011, which literally embodies when I was in school, in life, from high school to college. Y'all, this was the best one. Like, when I say I refuse to smell any of these new Miss Dior's that they come out with, everybody raves about apparently the 2017 edition. No. If you don't know about the 05 formulation, what are we talking about? No, 05 formulation was everything. 05 again to 2011. That was a golden era for Dior for me. That fragrance, I know I had multiple bottles of it as well. So it gives my, again, Omnia Crystalline from Bulgari a run for its money because I wore the crap out of Miss Dior Cherie. I wish I could get a bottle of this thing. I hate they discontinued it. It hurts my heart because, again, them new formulations, oh no, those are watered down generic creations in comparison to that. Oh no. Again, Miss Dior Cherie was bae. The next scent we're gonna talk about, this one used to turn heads. It did. I used to wear this. I used to be hanging out in the cafeteria at noon, hanging out, just sitting and reading books, just on campus doing my thing. And I'm talking about none other than YSL's Parisienne. This scent had a sharpness, a tardiness to it, but it would catch your attention. It garnered compliments. This had you smelling elegant before we really knew we were trying to smell elegant, but we were still just trying to make it, piecing our little money together to eat and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how we survive. I don't know. But let me tell you something. I smelled good. I might not have had a lot of money at the time, but I smelled good with that YSL Parisienne because that tartness had a little extra oomph to it, and it gave me a little extra strut when I would be walking around at noon on campus, honey. So again, YSL's Parisienne was such a moment in college. Now this next scent is considered a favorite. This is a bestseller for a lot of people to this day. And I am talking about none other than Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. Now to be fair, this was a scent that I more so wore senior year of undergrad. And I know for sure I wore this all the time when I was in graduate school because I went to graduate school immediately after undergrad. Honey. Coco Chanel, I would almost say, no, not even almost. Coco Mademoiselle was literally my signature scent in graduate school when I was in college. Like, this is what I wore. This was that scent. I have since moved on from it. I have the intense version of my collection now because to me, Coco Mademoiselle, the intense, is just better suited to my lifestyle and my nose at this season in my life. But I must always respect Coco Mademoiselle Chanel because she was what I wore when I was in school, when I was in my early 20s and really thinking I was going to take on the world. So naive. But yes, me and Chanel, you've been down. You've been my girl for a minute. I'll mess with you. Ooh, let me tell you this next one. Okay, this one just brings so much joy to my life right now. You all, this scent, if you were not rocking this scent in school, what were you doing? And I am talking about none other than Marc Jacobs Daisy, you all. Not all these different, they got flankers of it now. But back in the day, it was just that original Daisy. This is when Daisy dropped. Honey, Daisy was that girl in school. I remember going on a trip with my sorority sisters, my line sisters, and literally 4 of us had a bottle of Daisy. I would never forget that. And we literally looked at each other like, you got a bottle? Oh yeah, you got a bottle? Me too, girl. I love this scent. So all 4 of us was just walking around smelling like Daisy that weekend. We just smelled like a whole cloud of Daisy. Because Daisy was just it back then in the 2000s. Like, she was it. It was a moment. I almost want to get a bottle of Daisy, the new intense one. I saw that. I kind of almost want to get one just to have for old time's sake. But I don't know. We'll see. But Daisy had a run, y'all. It really had a run in college. It was amazing. Ooh, this one. I remember this one. I had a sample of this one first before I purchased the full-size bottle. The fragrance I'm talking about is from the House of Dior, and this is Pure Poison. Pure Poison to me is one of those scents that's not really talked about now. Everybody only talks about Hypnotic Poison from this line, but Pure Poison to me was always my favorite, and I still stand by that to this day. Pure Poison just smelled good. It was just that Dior class, that Dior DNA. Now I'm thinking about this, I really loved Dior back in my early 20s. I did. Me and Dior had a moment. It was a vibe. But yes, Pure Poison, it just smelled good. I need to smell a current bottle of it because of course Dior always reformulates things. So I'm very intrigued to see how Pure Poison stands up today. Else let me know, how is Pure Poison now? If you smelled it, talk to me, let me know in the comments below. Now this next scent, honey, she's still in my collection now in full size bottle. I'll only purchase this in the big size. This is another fragrance that's been a repurchase in my collection. Oh my goodness. And I'm talking about none other than from the house of Dior. Yes, Dior, honey. She's all up and through this list. Dior's Addict. Yes, Dior's Addict. I purchased this bottle in 2021. So this is a modern formulation of it. But let me tell you, nothing was like that 2002 formulation that had a long run for over a decade. That was the formulation I fell in love with. That formulation was just intoxicating. It was deep. It was bourbon vanilla. I didn't know what bourbon vanilla was, but that's what it was holding me and hugging me close. And you know, and it's funny now, I would wear Dior Addict as a work 9 to 5 office scent, more so in cooler weather. But back in the day, I used to wear Addict on summer nights, and specifically, I used to wear this on date night. I know, it's so weird to me to think that now. Oh wait, actually no, this is still good. The current formulation is still good. I'm not mad at this. And I have a nice size dent in here as well. But let me tell you, this used to be date night. And let me tell you something, men compliment this scent. Because that's saying, I mean, this is a grown woman scent. And I was rocking this at 21. Just saying. They're like, oh my goodness, you smell so good. I'm like, yes. Because I wasn't rocking sweet stuff, honey. I was rocking Dior Addict. This is, again, a grown woman scent. So again, now y'all understand part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, when I talk about fragrances, I didn't just start deciding to talk about fragrances 3 months ago. I've been true to fragrances. We've been about this life. And then the last scent, this one I have the faintest memory with, but I do remember having it and I remember being very good. The final scent that I used to rock back in college, you all, is from the house of YSL. And this is YSL's Manifesto. To me, this is a scent. It's still available. You can buy it anywhere to this day, but it's not talked about. It's a slept on scent to me. And I remember this was a very vanilla, and now I know tonka bean heavy scent, because I remember it used to smell just really nice. I wore it when it was cooler, and it explains perfectly why I used to wear it when it was cooler, because of the vanilla and the tonka beans. And it's nice. I remember it just smelled like a cozy blanket to me at the time of my life. So I remember having a bottle of YSL's Manifesto and rocking it during the fallness, because yeah, we had trees everywhere at Vanderbilt. I mean, yeah, that we're known for trees. And it was just perfectly cool Nashville nights, and I was rocking YSL Manifesto. I'm telling y'all, I did not have no money for other stuff, but I at least smelled good. I'm gonna smell good no matter what, honey. And that was YSL's Manifesto. I need to smell that now. Yeah, I definitely need to smell that again. Because now that I'm sitting here going through this list, I kind of want to get some of these fragrances back into my collection. Just all right, elves, this was really fun. This was a lovely trip down memory lane. But yes, I'm done with my fragrances I rocked back in school. So very back to school vibes right now. Let me know what fragrances did you rock when you were in high school, college, what have you, early adulthood. Talk to me below, because it's funny when you think about it, elves. You will see like you've been on a scent journey and didn't realize it, or you've noticed your tastes have changed. So definitely put it in. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Let's talk about it in the comments below. As always, I do respond. So as always, subscribe to the channel if you're digging me. Please hit that thumbs up button, that like button. And if you're not here for any of this, that is perfectly fine. I totally understand. That is okay. But until next time, elves, I will catch you on the next video. Bye, y'all.